Hello and welcome to another safely travelled video from me, James. And in today's video I want to talk to you about these, the fire safety stick. I've been selling these for a few months in the shop and they've proved to be really popular, so I wanted to show you exactly what they are and why they're so important for those of us who are travelling with our children. They come in two sizes, as you see here. This one is called the 50-second, and as the name suggests, that runs for 50 seconds. This one is much bigger. This is a 100 seconds, and it has this cap that sits over the main body of the device just to make it look a little more presentable. The fire safety stick is an Italian designed product, and in short what it is a single-use portable fire extinguisher for use in the home, in the car, in a caravan, in a motorhome, anywhere where you might find yourself in a situation where you need to tackle a fire. Let's just do a quick comparison with a very more traditional fire extinguisher. This is a very small 1 kilo fire extinguisher, and as you can see there's a considerable difference in size and bulk. This one's empty, so it actually doesn't weigh anything at the moment, but that would normally be 1 kilo. This is coming in at just under 200 grams, so it's significantly lighter and less bulky. The second thing to note about this kind of traditional fire extinguisher is that with a 1 kilo device like this, you will get between 6 and 7 seconds to put out a fire. And this fire extinguisher works on only classes A, B and C, whereas this fire extinguisher, as I've already mentioned, will run for 50 seconds compared to 6 or 7 seconds. And this fire extinguisher does A, B, C, F and also electrical fire. And when we talk about it, we talk about this working on all major classes of fire. Recently, I was invited up to the Fire Stick headquarters and was given an opportunity to try out one of these fire safety sticks for real, tackling a fire in their demonstration vehicle. So let me insert the footage now and you can see how easy it is to use one of these and how effective it is at extinguishing the fire. So here I am at Fire Stick HQ with one of their fire safety sticks, and now I'm going to show you how easy it is to use one of these. So firstly you need to remove the lid off the top, put that in your pocket, and then you need to remove the base. That's got a striker on it, and here we go, we're going to strike it now and put out this trough of petrol lying on some water. Sergio then is going to light that for us just before we start. There we go, we are ready, let's do it. Going to get it established, and here we are, we're ready to put out this fire. Sergio's now going to relight that. We're going to have another go. Here we are. And there we go. That's that fire put out twice using this fire safety stick. That's how easy it is to use a fire safety stick. So as you will have seen in that video, it really is a simple case of just removing the cap off the top of the fire safety stick like this, in this case, and the larger sleeve on that 100-second device, and then removing the striker from the bottom like that. It's just a simple interference fit. There's no technique required. And then it is just simply a case of striking it like a match, waiting for it to get established and then holding it at the base of the fire, typically at this sort of angle, depending on your scenario. Now I did A-level chemistry, but I can't remember a great deal about it, but what I have established is that this is a potassium nitrate based product, and what happens is when you strike that cap, a chemical reaction takes place. It creates nitrogen and potassium free radicals. Those potassium-free radicals combine with the oxygen that's powering the fire and effectively starves the fire of all of that oxygen it needs to burn, hence extinguishing the fire. The things that come out of this from an environmental point of view are there is a small amount of water vapour, there's nitrogen gas which is inert and makes up 75–80% of the air we breathe anyway, and then tiny particles of potassium that's reacted with the oxygen, and they're typically 3 to 4 microns in size, so they're absolutely tiny. And that just, it's heavier than air, falls to the ground, And in short, what you're left with is no residue compared to the more traditional fire extinguishers, such as that 1 kilo one I showed before. Now you may be thinking, this is all very interesting, and you might think that car fires aren't very common in the UK, but actually every year there's 30,000 car fires reported, looking through the government statistics, which is approximately 80 per day. Now, that's a lot of car fires, and you might think that's a bad situation. And in fact, in the year 2000, things were much, much worse. In the year 2000 alone, there were just under 100,000 car fires. So it's good that things have got better, but I still think 80 car fires per day is a significant number. And so with that in mind, given that we are carrying our children around and we want to make sure they're as safe as possible, I strongly recommend that you have one of these in your family car. Not only for your own protection, but also in case that you see another car that might be a difficult situation. It might have caught fire on the motorway. So you could come to another driver's aid if you have one of these in your car. I carry one in my cars, and they've already proved themselves very, very kind of effective in the world of rallying and motorsport. I think it's important that we then give ourselves this protection for our family and our safekeeping of our children and ourselves. In terms of price and availability, both of these products are in stock. This one is £74.50 for the 50-second. That should be enough for a typical family car. This one, the 100-second, obviously twice as long in terms of runtime, but not twice the price. It's just £104.50. And I typically recommend this for those of you with motorhomes, caravans, and also it's a fantastic piece of equipment to have in the home in case you have a home fire. And I have one of these in my garage for when I'm working on my cars. If anything were to happen in my garage, I can extinguish the fire there. The other thing to note is, unlike a traditional fire extinguisher, which has a shelf life of 5 years and would normally need an annual service, these have a shelf life of 10 years and they do not need any kind of servicing. That because they're inert, if there is no liquid, it doesn't slump, it doesn't move around, it's completely static. You can drop it, throw it, cut it in half, nothing will happen until you activate it using the striker. In terms of packaging, here's what you would normally receive. If you purchase one of these, here's what you will receive. They typically come in, the 100 comes in a box of that size, and the 50-second one comes in a box of this size. In both cases, they come with a clip like this that enables you to clip that, drill that into the wall, and then you can clip your fire safety stick in and out should you wish to make sure that it's easily accessible. The other thing, particularly in the home, for example, is you can keep it under the kitchen sink. In my cars, I either keep them in the glove box or I keep them in the door pocket alongside me so that I know exactly where it is. The last thing you want to do is store it in the boot of your car in case it's the back end of your car that catches fire. Unfortunately, I have only the rights to sell this product in the UK. If you have seen this video and you've come in from Europe and from America, then please follow the other link that's in the description, which will give you location of your local distributor in your country. But for those of you in the UK, if you use the code in the description below, you get £4.50 off any one of these two sizes of fire safety sticks. So instead of that being £74.50, that becomes 70, and instead of that being £104.50, that becomes 100. If you've any questions, do let me know. And if you've liked this video, do hit like below, and I look forward to coming to you in a new video very soon. Thanks and goodbye.